Hi, and welcome to the Ace of Hearts-Storycast channel. Please join us for a short video tour of the channel and what you can expect from us. This channel was created based on many hours of researching the relationship story space. We have created a listening experience that is captivating and provides hours of entertainment that you can enjoy while you work, drive, exercise, or relax. This tour includes an overview of our content, production, and commitment to our audience. First, a few facts about our content. The stories that we publish on Ace of Hearts will carry one of three primary tags: drama, cheating spouse revenge, and action-adventure. Sometimes, the drama and cheating spouse revenge tags may be used together based on the story. Drama and cheating spouse revenge stories revolve around relationships of some kind. Stories published under our action-adventure tag feature serial plotlines, cliffhangers, and twists. In addition to our one-off stories, we will also publish stories as a continuing series. We currently have 2 such series in full production and will be adding a few others as the channel grows. A story that is presented as a series will publish on the same day and at the same time each week. Finally, we at Ace of Hearts have decided to handwrite all of our stories. Every word of dialogue in our stories was written by a human writer. No AI writing. No cutting and pasting from online public forums. We have nothing against any of the channels that create their content that way. It is just a decision that we made when we designed our channel. Now, let's talk about our production. As stated earlier, at Ace of Hearts, we hand create all of our stories. First, the story's concept, characters, and premise are developed. Then, an original story play is written. The script is developed from the story play. Once the script is edited, we use commercially available AI voiceover software to create the dialogue. We then polish the dialogue track to correct for pronunciation and syntax as best as possible. We then add sound effects and ambient music to the story track. All of our music is produced in-house as well. Once the soundtrack is ready, we create visuals to match it using commercially available AI software. The final video then receives its finishing touches. Once the video receives a final review from the production team and the copyright is secured, the video is scheduled for release. The social media team then begins to get the word out to our subscribers and followers that a new release is on the way. The way one of our stories is released depends on its final length once the production process is completed. If the finished story is 1 hour or less, it is released all at once. If the finished story is between 1 hour and 2 hours, it will be released in 2 parts. If the finished story is 2 hours or longer, it will be released in 3 parts. We will always clearly label stories when they will be presented in multiple parts, along with specific dates and times of when each part will be released. We do all of that out of respect for you, our audience. We know that your time is valuable and we never want you to miss any of our content. We will release a new story or episode about twice per week in the weeks following our channel's launch. Our ultimate goal is to release at least 1 story or episode every day, 7 days per week. We want to be your go-to channel when you are driving, exercising, or just want to be entertained by high-quality digital content. A few final thoughts as we wrap up this video. First, a few legal disclosures just to make our lawyers happy. All of the stories featured on this channel are original works of fiction. Any resemblance to any real person or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. All content presented on Ace of Hearts-Storycast is protected by a filed United States copyright. Any use of our content, in whole or in part, without the expressed written permission from Ace of Hearts-Storycast and its parent company, successors, and/or assigns, is strictly prohibited. This prohibition includes the published video stories themselves, the scripts, audio narration, music, and the accompanying artworks. For cheating stories, we explore themes of infidelity that you may also hear on other story channels. There are only so many different ways to cheat. But when you hear a familiar theme, don't turn off the story and hit the comments in a negative way. Please stick around. We promise that you will never hear an incomplete or otherwise unsatisfying ending in any of our stories. Here is a general list of features that you, our subscribers and followers, can expect from us as you consume our content on Ace of Hearts-Storycast. Ace of Hearts is a simp-free zone. This is a common complaint that we read on a lot of stories. No simp-outs here. We will make sure our characters are well developed, and they will explain their actions to you as their stories unfold. In our infidelity stories, the cheater never wins. If we promise brutal revenge, we deliver brutal revenge. If we promise a new beginning, then our hero gets a new beginning. If we say a second chance is given, the second chance happens. Sometimes we may leave the question open in the title, but we promise you satisfying endings and resolutions for all of the characters in our stories. We also understand that both women and men cheat. Both sides will be represented on Ace of Hearts. You will not have to sit through never-ending backstories, flashbacks, or sidebars on Ace of Hearts. Sometimes those elements are necessary in a story to help the listener connect the dots of a plotline. But we promise not to overdo it. No Mustangs. Nobody will ever drive a Mustang in any of our stories. If you know, you know. All stories on Ace of Hearts are set in the continental United States. All cultural references in our stories are correct for the setting of each story. Examples include sports, food, and entertainment references. For example, you will not have to sit through a description of how an NFL football game was decided by soccer penalty kicks. Each character will have a different AI voice in our stories. We feel that it gives our content more depth and realism. It also enhances the experience for you, our listeners. Intimate scenes and stories will feature limited descriptions. On our free access, public-facing media outlets, like YouTube, we have to let you use your imagination as to what happened behind closed doors. This is necessary in order to comply with the public decency guidelines that are strictly enforced on every outlet. However, we are working on developing versions of our stories that will include full descriptions of all intimate activity for release on our Patreon channel. We hope to test launch that offering soon, and will keep you posted on its progress. Some of the features listed above are very labor-intensive to produce the correct way. Our production team is committed to ensuring that everything you see and hear on our channel is fully polished and ready for you to enjoy. Finally, we invite feedback from you, our subscribers and followers. If you hear a story you like and you want to hear more stories with the same characters, please let us know in the comments. If you have general questions or inquiries, please hit the comments or connect with us via email. The address can be found on the channel's main page. Please remember to keep it classy. And one more thing, comments containing any story spoilers will be removed. Please avoid spoiling the listening experience for our new listeners. Let them be as surprised as you were. Again, welcome to Ace of Hearts, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and follow us on all of your favorite social media outlets. Happy listening! Please check out our very first Ace of Hearts story offering. The Decision is an exciting story of betrayal and its consequences. It will premiere the second week of October.